everybody.
Good morning. Good
There's
afternoon.
Rookie.
There he is.
What's
Awesome.
up? What's up, my Valkyries? What's up?
Nothing. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll and get into the weekend.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you that the intro with all the badass ladies. A lot of their punches and kicks in those things are satisfying.
Oh yeah. And
Like
it
it
occurred to me, and it was like, oh my god, there's like 3 Tarantino movies in here.
Yeah,
You know, a couple of Robert Rodriguez who we were just talking about on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yes.
yeah, like the Kill Bill punches. Oh, I freaking love those ones.
Lots
You know,
of badass ladies.
that
Scarlett Johansson when she does her scissor kick head thing.
Oh god.
Don't know why.
ScarJo.
Mm-hmm.
I know she hates being called that, so I apologize, Scarlett Johansson. Not that you're watching our little channel, but we do love you. I just can't. I love calling you ScarJo. I know you hate it, but don't hate on this little redhead.
So I didn't know that for the longest time that she hated it. I was like,
Well, it's like it seems like the obvious little short name. So saying Scarlett
Yeah.
or Scarlett Johansson, ScarJo.
ScarJo. I know. It works. It flows.
Exactly.
So let's see. We got to take care of some business this morning, real quick. Let's thank Mark the Infinitely Tired for joining, and thank the Jester of Sin for joining. He is one of Volk Faulkner's chosen.
thank you guys. We really appreciate you. Welcome.
And welcome to the group. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Kronos, yes, good morning. How are you, sweetie? Been a while. Darth Haster, good morning. Nicole the Blind Mage, hello, sweetheart. And Kronos is still yapping in the chat. Justice for Depp.
And still not getting banned.
Still not getting banned. He's banned from being banned. Pat S, good morning. Who else is hanging out with us, babe?
We have got Mark who joined us. Thank you, guys. We have got Chris Persha. Good morning, love. Good to see you. Let me scroll down, make sure we're not missing anyone. You guys were on it this morning. We've got Lorthroff. Good morning. Rise and shine with the Valkyries.
Valkyries.
Okay. Mary's Game Room. Good morning, sweetheart. Good to see you. Oh, there's Kronos again. Hey, Kronos.
Yeah, Kronos is
Polynesian
everywhere.
Minion. Good to see you, darling. Let's have a look, make sure we're not missing anyone. Psycho Dwarf. He said he's got training, can't make it, but have a great stream. You have a good day, sweetheart.
Yeah, have fun at training.
Oh, honey. Martin Orlando, good afternoon. Good to see you as always. Danny Boy, good afternoon. Ray J's World, welcome. Good to see you too. Project Storytime. Yes, let's do this. Low Spec Linux Laptop. Hello, love. Steve Mitchum, welcome. Good morning. And
Oh my God, the chat just like jumped on me, and it's just like, ah.
I think we've got everyone so far. Oh, nope. James Andrew Morrison. Good afternoon, sweetheart. Welcome.
Sounds like escargot. What's escargot? What? Why are we talking snails? Gross. Not a fan. I am not a fan. Blech.
I know they're supposed to be a delicacy, but I've never tried them. I've got to admit.
A delicacy where?
France.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was going to say it's
probably
French.
probably just France.
Just France. Yeah, just France. Dr. Herky Monkey, welcome.
No, just in under the wire. Nice job, Dr. Herky Monkey. Oh my gosh. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, the Rookie Critic. Oh my gosh. Do we Okay, you were talking to us in the green room about a movie you just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
yes.
it was The Room and how weird it was.
Yeah, so I was one of the few people that haven't seen The Room. The Tommy Wiseau, it's so bad, it's good film. Everybody loves it, though. You know, oh, it's so funny, and let's watch it with friends. It's great. And it's like, I guess I get it for that. Like, I get it, but I don't ever want to see it again. Like, it was a headache for me. I don't know. Like, it was like, I get it. Man, I just don't want to see it again. There was so much with it that my brain was like, why? I don't know. Like, I think I'd rather watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 again, and that was pretty bad too. But it was, I don't know. I liked more of its bizarre moments, I guess.
Okay.
Compared to this one.
it's funny in a kind of ironic way, but it's clearly not meant to be funny because he thought he was going to be the next big thing. He was just adamant that he was going to be, you know, this huge Hollywood movie star, and nothing was going to stop him.
Yeah, well, I mean, that does have me curious to see the I had the one that James Franco made.
That's a good one.
I forget what it's called. There was like a book that his friend made, and then James Franco made it into a movie. Disaster Artist, I think is what that one is. So I'll check that out. I think that gives a lot of behind the scenes as to what went on with him and during it, and I might be able to appreciate that more on like a film level. But as far as the movie itself, I don't want to see it again, at least not for a long time. And I guess if I were to see it again, it'd probably be good to be drunk. I don't know, because it's pretty hard to take in some of it. I'm just like, huh? Like in the first 30 minutes, there was 4 sex scenes, and I'm like, what? In the room, nobody ever mentions this, and it's just random. The score never matches what's going on, and it's like, I don't know. I was like, what? Every time people introduce each other's names every single time they see them. They're like, oh, hi, Tommy. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Blank. Oh, hi, Blah. Oh, hi, Dang. I'm like, stop saying your names. Stop saying your names. It's like if I walked into the kitchen, if I was at your house and walked into the kitchen, then walked back, oh, hi, Sam. You know, oh, hi, guys. Like if I just every time I just say your names, like just as if we never saw each other today, and I introduce it again. Oh, that was starting to get my headache. And then whenever they're talking, they're like, we're talking about this. And then they get up and then they get back down and they get up and they get back down after they walk away for a sec. And then as if they're going to stand there and then they walk back down and sit down. And I'm like, who just gets up and down? I don't know. But I mean, that's probably just part of they'll probably just be told to do something. And so they're getting up and moving around. And it's like, okay, I get it. And I know that adds to its hilarity so bad it's good aspect. But I was like, man, I didn't know how much it would bug me, I guess. Sit down.
Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So you're waiting for it.
Yes. I'm like, okay, just sit down and stay there. If you're getting to get up, stay up. It's like, no. It was funny. I wonder what the chat thinks.
Well, this one, Pat S just says Brie Larson was good in that. No, not that room.
No, the Tommy Wiseau one.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen The Room with Brie Larson. I didn't like it, but that was just me.
Yeah, from now on, movie makers that have a movie called The Room, add something else to it so we don't have to clarify so much which room we're talking about.
Which terrible room we're on about, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Project Storytime had it right. Watch it with riff tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
With what?
Definitely.
Riff tracks.
What's that?
You know, MST3K?
Yeah.
They went on and did riff tracks. So riff tracks is basically a commentary where they're just ripping apart the film.
So
it's kind of like what you do with friends when you sit down and watch a film that's really terrible. You just completely rip on it.
Right, of course.
That's what they do.
That makes sense.
Hey, Dave Bob.
Hey, Dave Bob.
Yeah, he's got a bug out, but he just wanted to drop in and say hey. So, hey.
Hey.
And big thank you to Darth Haster. Keep the fires burning. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Darth Haster.
Absolutely will.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, sweetie. $2 super chat.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
As a director, what did you think of his acting? Because he puts emphasis on words that he shouldn't put emphasis on.
Okay, that's probably my favorite part, is the way they deliver dialogue. It's just, I was like, he looks like he looks like he doesn't want to be there, and I don't believe that they had second takes in it. It was just all. No, for one take.
First take, and they edited that together.
one take, Tommy. I feel it's kind of was the gist. And he's like, oh no, hey, let's go over here. No, not that. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Like get really loud suddenly, and I'm like, what? There was some scenes where nothing's happening, and then there's scenes where so much happened in like 10 seconds. I'm like, what? Huh? Girls dancing with best friend. He's mad. They fight real quick. It's over, and then they leave. Oh, let's go. Let's get fresh air. And then she's like, oh, let's. It's like, what? Hold on. What? Well, all that stuff happened right there. What? But it's all summarized by each of them doing like one sentence, and that's like representing. In another film, that would have been a good 2 minutes of back and forth, just one sentence. Oh no, we're fighting. No, we're not fighting anymore. No, that's good. It's like okay.
He's the Ed Wood of our generation. Thanks, Pettis.
If this is the stuff that made it into the film, I'd be very curious to see what ended up on the cutting room floor.
I know, right? What was he like? Oh, no, I can't do that. Like, I imagine, I like thinking about that aspect, though. It's like when he got to the ending scene where, before, what happens, he's like starting to break everything. So he's probably like, okay, we don't need any of the props anymore here, right? Okay, good. I'm just going to destroy everything. Screw it. Like, it's like, all right. So that was fun. So I imagine that was a fun scene. He destroys a mirror. He destroys the drawers from a dresser. There's all of a sudden a gun on the floor. It's, oh shit! Where'd that come from? All right.
We have a $3.99 super chat from Mark the Infinitely Tired. He says, "Rookie lives."
I survived. Is that referring to Friday?
Yeah.
That could be. I do apologize for the Valkyrie audience for that was the first time y'all saw me. not a good representation of the Rook.
We were just grateful you made it out to the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
And that you had a good birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not usually the drunk idiot that comes on to other places. I felt like I was a party crasher after that. I was like, coming, I'm like, you guys freaking, you here and great. It's like, why was I there? And I came back like 3 times. I'm like, what was I doing?
Oh shit! No, it was fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, honey.
I hope it was at least entertaining for the crowd.
Oh my gosh! So, how many hours, just as an aside, did you end up streaming? Because you did about 5 or 6 hours on your channel.
Oh yeah, 6 hours on mine, and I have no idea how long I was on your guys', to be honest. I assume 10 minutes. I don't know on there.
10 minutes total, I think.
Yeah, on yours. Okay, yeah. So it was like around 7 hours that I streamed total.
Wow.
I remember when I don't remember the last 2 hours of my stream very well. Just vague things, and I remember like just some things that my guests were bringing up, and they wanted me to share the screen for something. I'm like, oh, it's a Vulpix thing. Okay, it's kind of weird. And I don't know what the context is anymore. Even though I was listening, I don't remember anything from what they're saying. And then, I was just like, hey guys, I think I'm just gonna end the stream now. I don't remember anything you guys are talking about. I'm just gonna end it. I ended it. I was like, okay. I think I was trying to give them a send off, but I think I had 2 of them, and then I was like, just gonna end it now.
Jim the Viking, am I late or am I late? Finally managed to log off work and cameras turned off, wine at the ready, and steak awaits later. Awesome.
I wonder what time of day is that for you? It's like 8 a.m. for me, so if that's your 8 a.m. time, that's a solid start, man.
It's dinner time in England.
Okay.
Supper time. It's
Perfecto.
What, 10? It's 10:15 here, so it's 6:15 for you, honey? Or is it 4:15?
4:15, hun.
It's tea. Tea.
Yes.
Tea time.
It's time for tea. I've got coffee, which is cold, but and Jim the Viking says it's 16:15. I don't tell time that way.
That's when you have to look at the clock and go, okay, so there's 12, and then 1 is 13, 2 is 12, 3 is 13.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to take whatever time it is at my place and add 6 hours.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what I do, yeah.
Exactly.
It's when it gets to like Pacific and Eastern time that it falls down, and then Mountain time, which I don't understand at all.
Mountain time is just like one. So if you're going from east to west, they're 3 hours ahead of the Western time, and then Central is 2 hours ahead of Western time, and then the Mountain is 1 hour ahead of the Pacific time. So. This 4.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat now, and it's like, subtract 12, Sam.
Exactly.
You need to understand, it's Friday. My brain never woke up.
It's a Friday that feels like a Monday. Let's put it that way.
It does.
That'll be interesting if Monday feels like a Friday then.
That'd be a great Monday.
Yeah. It
Why not, right?
Lost the snort count. I think we're at 2, Darth Hester.
would. It's
Not very many yet today. It's early. It's only 10:15. So
Has anybody in the chat like made a compilation of her snorts from a couple streams and made it into like a song or something?
You know what? I'm surprised Az hasn't, because I had the most snorts on one of his. Well, he joined us on our show, but I think I had like 42.
Yeah, that's the record.
Yeah, that's the record. He just cracks me up. He's so weird.
So I think Loki got silver, and then I can't remember who got bronze. Was it? Oh, it was Problem Being.
Yeah.
So that was the order that we went in. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I imagine
that was
somebody
amazing.
could put that. I imagine somebody could put that to a tune and make
Yeah,
a little,
we probably
little Valkyries
could.
snorting song or something.
Keck 44, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey there.
What up?
Gesture of sin. Personally, I'm hoping for a Monday to feel like a Sunday.
Mm.
I'm so lazy on Sundays. I don't know if I could be lazy on a Monday.
Mm-hmm. you still have to put in the work, so.
Yeah, I still got a lot of work to do on Monday morning.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
It's funny that you say that Friday feels like a Monday, because as far as my work schedule is, today is a Monday. So I work the weekends.
That's right. You work on the weekends. Weekends? What's that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. My weekends are Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, honey.
Oh,
I like the middle of the week weekends.
I remember those. I used to have off Sundays and Mondays. I always worked, the weekend, because as a hairdresser, Saturday is your biggest day. Most tips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's your going out money.
And after people probably got paid the day before.
Oh, Pat S. has a question for you, Rook. What's your favorite Coen Brothers movie?
Let me look up what they've done. I may love film, but I am not as familiar with all directors right now. I'm trying to think.
They did. Shit. Go ahead, honey. I can't brain right now.
Bravo Heart. So they do a lot of the kind of off the wall kind of comedy films.
Fargo.
Mm-hmm,
That's the one I was thinking of. Fargo and Raising Arizona.
Haven't seen that yet.
That's why he's the rookie critic, guys.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, I haven't seen quite a few movies. That's why I'm going to be watching.
Big Lebowski, which I'm not a big fan of.
Oh, thank you. I hate the Big Lebowski, actually, man. It's rare take, but man, I hate that movie. I get 100% the point of it's supposed to be a chill dude that's like just going through stuff, and there's like no real point to anything. I get it, but I can't. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. The only thing I thought was funny was I think it was funny. Maybe I don't remember now. It's been a while. Something he gets like swirled in the toilet, and he puts sunglasses on or something. It's like, that's kind of funny. I don't know.
I enjoyed it when I watched it, but I've never had the urge to rewatch it, if you know what I mean. It's not one of those that I would kind of seek out.
Yeah, well, we had to watch it in my intro to cinema class, which was the only class that was in my college that was about film specifically. Like the only one was just the intro, and that's it. And we had to watch like 12 movies in class, like in the year. Like we would watch it together. And yeah, The Big Lebowski was one of them. And I don't know. I was just like, man, this is not good. And there was a lot of movies that they showed in that class that I've never seen before that were weird that I ended up liking. Like like Tampopo, which was a Japanese foreign film spaghetti western that is a comedy about noodles, and it is hilarious. Holy shit. This is the most bizarre, funny, weird thing. And it's like it's Japanese. It's subtitles and everything, and it starts like in a theater, and he's like, oh yes, we're about to watch the movie, so great, and whatever, and he's like getting like fancy food prepared, but then you like hear some dude in the back with chips, and he's just like, yeah, like, he walks up to it, those chips taste pretty good, very good, great, oh, that's fantastic. shut the heck up and watch the movie. And it's like that's how you start. The movie is like this girl's trying to make noodles, and this guy's like a professional noodle guy and tries to train her like Rocky kind of. And then it cuts to random skits of things. There's like a bunch of proper Japanese women being taught how to eat soup without slurping, or whatever.
Oh my God.
But then across from them, there's some fat dude just like, doing it all the way up, and it's just and all the girls are like, man, that seems easier and funner. I don't know.
But they've got to be all kind of dainty and delicate with it.
Yes, yeah. And then there's this dude that's just enjoying his stuff and he's having a good time, and the instructor's like, no, dude, be good with it. No, not like that. No. So they cut to it's like a SNL noodle skit in a way. The whole thing, it's just this weird. There's the main plot, but then they just cut to random things. There's like a boardroom meeting that these guys are going to. They're like, oh well, I'll have the sake and beer and noodles or whatever. Just simple stuff. They all pretty much get the same thing. And they get to the youngest guy in there, and he's like, what else you have on menu? Egg roll? No, not these. One of these things? No. And everybody's looking at all the guys are like, you stupid. Just get the same thing we get, It's like, just simple comedy, just great. I don't know. That prefer like that film was funnier than The Big Lebowski. I don't know. The Big Lebowski that was, I get like some things in it were just things were happening, and I don't know. If
that noodle movie cracked you up and The Big Lebowski didn't, then you have just have different taste. I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I've never seen The Big Lebowski, so I get all the pop culture references, but I've never seen the movie.
I just don't understand the appeal to it. I guess because it's supposed to be this chill dude who doesn't want to do anything really. Mm-hmm. And he's going through all this weird stuff, but he's like not really. There's all these potential for plots, these potential for things to happen, which is the point that there's all this stuff that is supposed to be happening. And if he were any other protagonist, they'd take it and go with it. But he's just kind of not really wanting to. He just wants to have his alcohol and chill in his bathrobe or something. And so it's like I get it, but I can't watch it and be entertained. I'm like I'd rather not watch a movie right now. but then I saw The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for the first time in my intro to cinema class also, and I'm not the biggest Western fan, but I really loved that film. Holy crap, it was a little long for me, but I still enjoyed it, and I'd still watch that again someday because that was done really well. I was like, man, I can't tell what's gonna happen next. This is pretty good the way it's happening. I didn't know it was the one of the beholders of the classic, with the showdown looks and all that. So I was like, oh, that's where this is all from. Okay.
Yeah, now you get the pop culture reference, right? You're just like, okay, cool.
We did a Western show only a couple of weeks ago, and that was the one that people were really enthusiastic about. People love The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes.
That was one of the big ones. And
very good.
I put this up before, but Josh has never seen it. Cancel Sammy. Yeah, I know, hun. That's the hashtag. Cancel Sammy. Because while you haven't seen the Coen Brothers films, for me, I haven't seen a lot of the Coen Brothers films, but the ones I like, I really like. I'm not a huge fan of theirs. It's like Tarantino.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of Tarantino, and I probably will never see Kill Bill. I probably will never see Pulp Fiction just because I'm not a fan.
Yeah, see, I understand that for the most part, especially when people hype things up for you. It's like, it gets kind of disappointing for it. But Kill Bill, I watched both of those, about 2 years ago, and I was expecting to not like it because of the hype around it. But I did end up liking that one a lot. Pulp Fiction, I watched maybe half of it. I wasn't all that into it, as everyone else usually is. I get the qualities of it, Sam Jackson and what's his face?
John Travolta.
Yeah, I get it. It's all right, but I'm not really invested. I'm like,
okay.
So some of his films are easier to follow than others. Like Inglourious Bastards, I think that's a Tarantino. Also, everybody loves that film, and I think that there's 2 scenes in it that are like top-notch scenes that are freaking great, but I don't like the overall movie. the stuff with Brad Pitt, especially, not the biggest fan of.
See, I haven't seen Inglourious Bastards either. Again, I'm not a Tarantino fan. Generalissimo Jefe, sure,
Yeah.
he's seen it, and is a fan, and I'm just not. It's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can take him or leave him. The ones that I have seen, I've seen almost all of them. There's very few that I haven't seen. Hateful Eight is one of them that I haven't seen. But I think he does have a certain style that I do like. I think when he's good, he's really good. So Jackie Brown from Dusk Till Dawn, Django Unchained, I thought was a good film.
Now, I heard good things about it and never saw it. It did well at the Oscars, but then again, it's the Oscars, you know.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah,
you can take the Oscars for what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of see the Oscars as a pointless venture, personally. It's like, it's not really a voting on the populace. It's just, they kind of think it's whatever and vote on it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the way all award ceremonies have gone, at least in the last 10 years. They're all kind of patting each other on the back.
Good job, you made a movie. You know, you get a reward.
Look at you.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, with me, anything I ever will make, I never do it for the intention of getting a reward for it. To go, look at how many Oscars or Emmys or whatever's I got. It's like, I don't give two shits if I get one. It's like, nah, I don't care if I need one. Don't need one on my resume. I'd rather my work people enjoy to speak for itself, I suppose.
Oh, and Generalissimo Jefe says, I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, actually, that was pretty good.
I haven't seen that one yet. That came out recently, right? That was like 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yep. It's on my list.
And Jim the Viking says, Sammy, Inglourious Bastards is worth watching for Is it Christopher Walken?
No, Christopher Waltz.
Yeah.
Christoph
Waltz.
Christoph
Waltz. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, Christopher Walken? I didn't think he was in that movie, but I know who Christoph Waltz is. So
I'd recommend just two scenes specifically that I thought were like top-notch scenes, but the overall film, I don't know. I can see some of its quality aspects, but I didn't enjoy Brad Pitt at all. Personally, it's like we all kill some Nazis. You know, it's like I'm not a big fan of that. But Christoph Waltz's performance in his scenes, damn, good.
He's scary.
Yes. So it's like he's just so calm about it. He's like, oh yes, and I'm just talking nice to you, and you want some milk? Okay, good. You know that mice like milk too, or something. It's like just slowly grinding into this guy, and he's sweating. He's like, oh my god, dude, he's just not leaving, and he's still here, and he's conversing. My god, when's he gonna get out of here? We're safe. Oh shit, I'm screwed.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Oh, there she goes. So
that's three.
As a director, who were your biggest influences, Rookie?
Well, that's actually funny. I don't have director influences yet. It's more my appeal for it came out of wanting, I guess, going through my journey a little bit. It was after graduation for high school, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do for a little while. And then at some point I was like, okay, I got to start college. So I took a career exploration class. They have an actual class to help figure out what you want to do. And pretty much take different, honestly, I hate their way for it because I don't think that helps you figure out what you want to do at all. They ask you random questions a lot and little test thingies kind of that are like, oh, what are you interested in this? Do you like doing blah, 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 blah. And they kind of sort you out into categories to figure out what you like the most. And what I liked the most was the science stuff. And that was but the highest in the things was like 35%, which is still low for interest. But that was the highest of the things. And I'm just like, I don't know, this is not really doing it for me. And at some point I forget what I was doing, but it could have been a combination of watching things on Netflix. And I used to attempt to write stuff when I was younger, like in 5th grade, all the way into somewhat of high school. I would try to write my own little Star Wars stories. And odd little things, and teachers hated me because they'd ask for like a 3-paragraph story and I'd give them like a 10-pager, and they're like, oh Jesus. It's like, so at some point it was kind of clicking for me that I enjoy movies, and that, hey, I'd like to bring out ideas that I have at some point to bring onto the page. So I started to, just start to like things and try to come up with ideas to write stories for. And then at some point I was, when I took the intro to cinema class in college, it was a little bit helpful, not too much, but it exposed me to some more movies that I would have never seen before, which was good. And I met a couple people in there that were like, talking about YouTube a little bit, but they weren't YouTubers themselves. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, I'll check out some YouTubers some more. And I saw like Chris Stuckman and Channel Awesome, which I know they're not the best of channels really, but at the time it was like, oh, look at these people are talking movies and I like movies, so it's cool. And Chris Stuckman was boring after a while, but I respected his film love. And then Channel Awesome put all this effort into a review for a movie, and I was like, they're putting a lot of effort, a green screen and script and everything, to just do a review for a movie. So I was like, okay, that's kind of where I could maybe try to do, is pick up a camera and try to do something. And I filmed my first little video called Trying to Write a Screenplay. And it was a horrible camera, a horrible script. I would film me entering my garage, walking into my kitchen, grabbing chips and a drink, walking to my room, taking my shoes off, taking my jacket off, sitting down, grabbing the remote, watching a movie for a little bit, and a couple reactions that were very offbeat, and then going, oh, this is so cool, huh? And then I'm like eating Oreos real quick, and as I'm chewing, I'm going, hey, I'd like to take out from my old scripts again or something. It's just like, this is random stuff, very odd, but I had little ideas there, and it just kind of sparked. So I guess for an influence, I don't really have an influence specifically, but the more I look into things, there's more things that I can respect that filmmakers do, I suppose. Yeah, so like I am a rookie in the full sense of, I'm like, I don't have the full film education for it. Everything that I've learned, I've kind of taught myself by either doing online and just trying to apply myself to it. Just getting the camera and doing it and learning, getting a video editor, trying to learn how to edit with the stop motion. I didn't look up anything on how to do stop motion. I just went, and you can see my progression from where I started to do that stuff to where I am now with it. And it was all with tomatoes, which is funny, which I'm sure that your crowd. Yeah, we can get to that in a minute. And I don't know, so it started with skits, and I liked SNL. I liked Channel Awesome for a little while when I started. And, I was like, okay, I can do that. So I made my own characters because I had nobody to act with. I was like, all right, I can film myself, but what am I doing? Like, I need to have something to work with. So I created a second character called Jeffrey, and he was the business Jeff. That's like, hey, the other party with it. And then at some point I made Jeffy, and he's like a, deep voice. He's got his hood covering him, and he's like a super Star Wars nerd, and he can teleport. Then I had the Jeffster, who is, this athlete, because I used to be an athlete too for a while. Basketball and soccer were my thing back in the day. He's like, oh yeah, bro, let's do this. Come on. Oh yeah, there's all the babes over there. Let's go. Huh? These girls love these awesome muscles, and I'm clearly not muscular, but I got thick arms. So I'm, as the flab jiggles a bit, I'm just like, hey, yeah, ladies, love this. I can't get enough. Let's do the shirts first, skins. It's like, and then you get Jeffy Fro, who's just laid back, chilling. He's always got Doritos or soda nearby. And he's like, hey guys, let's chill. Let's not do this, all right? And I've never been high before, but everybody says that's the high character, and I'm like, I guess that is what he is now. He's supposed to be lazy, but
just laid back, yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm working.
Go ahead, hon. I'm sorry.
I'm working on a bunch of other Jeff characters for my next project called Jeff Apocalypse, which will take a long time to make. It will take a long time to make, guys. So the last project I tried to do, the Rookies Legends, ended up failing. It kind of hit around when COVID was starting, so a lot of things ended up spiraling down. I tried to keep it going for as long as I could, but it just ended up not working out. So I just scrapped that entirely, and now I'm working on this next one. going to take a long time to get it out, so I'm not updating much on it. But there's going to be a lot more Jeff characters. So
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to all those Jeff characters because you had a ton of them in the last one you shot, and I was just like, oh my god,
yes,
this is you could. How many Jeffs could there be? There's more.
And they're all variations of Jeff. So there's and Jeff. I forgot Jeffro is another one I made. That's just Subway employee Jeffro.
Yep.
Jeffro, Jeffy Fro, Jeffy the Jester. I'll tease one character that y'all will see eventually. The Jeffinator. He's like a wrestler, kind of a Randy Savage one. Oh yeah, I'm the Jeffinator. Get up in this house, yeah. One of those type of ones.
I can't wait. Macho Man Savage.
Yes, exactly.
Pat S. real quick wants to know what your favorite movie snack is, or do you sneak them inside, or do you buy it at the theater?
All right, that's actually a funny one. So around my neck of the woods, we have a movie. We had a movie theater. I think it's still there, but it's not been open forever now. It used to be Cinetopia, there was only 4 of those theaters in the world. There was, but then the AMC bought them out. Pissed me off because Cinetopia was like the best theater experience freaking ever. Had very, very nice seats. It was such a catering to adult type of theater. That was like, hey, you want to have a nice seat? You want it in there? It's got excellent sound system that runs through your chair, and you're like, oh shit, yes. And
nice.
There's if you wanted to take a girl out on a date there, but and you want to get dinner and a movie, they have a Vinitopia, which is like a nice restaurant area right inside the theater as well. You can go eat there and then go to the movie and watch it, and it's cool. Anyway, there's one theater there's one theater in our mall though, and that's the AMC theater now. But since you're in the mall, you have your stuff with you, and you're gonna go see a movie. They let you bring your bag in and stuff. So I would sometimes get like I get like a pizza or a Subway sandwich from the store from across from it, and just put that in my bag. And I'll get there. I'll buy a drink from the stand from there to show I'm getting something from there. But when I get in the theater, I'm like, here's my pizza, and do that. And they're not gonna do nothing about it. It's like, hey, I bought this. I brought my bag in here. You guys didn't say nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I used to carry a really big purse.
So, yeah. Practically a suitcase.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I hate wrapper noises, so I wouldn't really bring anything in with wrappers. I really wish that I wish they would dispense of their snacks and everything in non-crinkly sounding stuff, because
wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, that's probably a lot of people's pet peeves is the sounds that rappers make, and it's like if you can just have it in a Tupperware, it's a little less noisy, But,
yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Or learn how to not make so much noise with a wrapper. That's something you can do too.
Yeah, I was learning how to not make so much noise, and I'd have it in my purse, or I'd pre-open it before I got to the theater.
You pre-open it, or you pour some in your hand or something, so you're not like whenever you put your hand in there, you're not making a bunch of noise.
I was never too bothered about the noise of rappers, but when people get their phones out and turn the phone on, and it's like a flashlight going off, like a giant light of
that drives me nuts.
I believe that theaters should start having in like a little zap button for whenever somebody, they're being really noisy or they got the phone out, zap their chair. Fuck it. They deserve to be zapped, or it's like have a warning before you go into the theater that's like, okay, you're about to enter a theater, so any things you got to deal with your phone, let everybody know now so that you can, turn it off, because when you go into the theater, they can have, maybe just no signal in the theater, and then so that way you can't really take out your phone other than to look at the time maybe. But
I don't even do that.
Nice. Yeah, exactly.
I turn my phone off and put it back in my purse, or sometimes I've just not brought it in.
Well, I'd say, to be fair, I think that a theater should have like a digital clock in like the back corner or something, or in the side walls, so that you could kind of see what time it is without having to look at your phone for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At
this rate, Samantha Joe is going to crack the Earth's mantle with snorts. It just quit raining and started snowing, and it's in the mid-60s. Okay, wow. And Pat S. said, I'm cherry icy or Diet Coke, Twizzlers, not Red Vine. Yes, Twizzlers, not Red Vine. Red Vines are gross. Do not like.
Disagree.
I know. We'll have to agree to disagree on that, babe. Because I do not like.
But that's coming from two picky eaters, though. So what's that?
That's
right?
true. That's true.
I think both of those are licorice, aren't they? So
they're both licorice, but
I'll
there's
skip
some.
both of them.
I don't know the difference, but there's some kind of difference. I don't know.
Yeah, they're red licorice. I don't know what the difference. Black licorice is gross.
What?
I just.
Yeah, mobile dead zones. That was my point. Yeah, to have like a mobile dead zone in the theater, you would know it beforehand. If you got to go and if it's an emergency that you think you got to take care of or something, then leave and go take care of it and come back. That'd be fine. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I wish they could do to improve a theater. I mean, especially even now, like I assume parents have struggled to go to the theater because if they have like an infant kid, they can't really go to a theater because they got the kid and a whiny kid. But if they had like a couple of rooms reserved for like families, they're like, okay, so if you have like your 6 kids and a baby, well, don't feel bad about bringing them because whoever else is going to be in there also is bringing their little kids. So whatever, and have headphones in there or something to block out some of the noise. That'd be my suggestion.
Yeah. Etep, hello. How are you?
Hey, Etep. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Oh, Jinx.
Yeah.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Perfect sync. For a second, I thought that the banner behind us, the Hollywood, was the Holly Boob from
Hollywood. Oh yeah, the Holly Boob one they tried to pull off.
For a sec.
See if we could just sneak that in without anybody noticing it.
Yeah, right.
I was about to say, hey, look, no.
No, it's Hollywood. Swear to God. Ray J's World. I just silenced my phone. Yet half the time I don't even bring mine in. Here's why.
Yeah.
My kids are grown.
Yeah.
They're adults. If they need me that badly, they can wait.
Yeah, it's like you're going to be occupied for a couple of hours. That's it. Just a couple hours.
Yeah. Like, or the thing was especially with 20-something tech supports, she was always with me.
Yeah.
So she was in the movie theater with me. Just go over there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's kind of funny. A lot of people don't know how to function without their phone for a little bit. They're like, you're going to be without your phone for like 2 hours? What? Like, and it's like, no, that can happen. You can do that. Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, how are you?
Hey there.
Hello there.
Let's see. Jim the Viking says, Valkyries, you've never tried licorice until you've tried the Finnish black licorice. You'll run for the hills. I will tell Generalissimo Hefe about that because he does like licorice. I don't even like the smell.
I'm not the biggest fan of black food as far as like, oh, it's just a full black licorice piece. Or if you ever heard of those like black hamburger buns at like or something at whatever places. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, I don't know about that. That's on food. That's food.
Black hamburger buns?
Yeah. Did it for
Burger
Halloween
King,
or something.
Yeah, Burger King did one for Halloween. I mean, it doesn't taste any different. It's just food dye, but it's jet black.
And Taco Bell,
That's
I think,
so
would have like
crazy.
a black taco shell, and I'm just like, man, that's where my mouth's going on. This is that's usually not the color of food that is just that you put your. It's not there.
It looks like that bagel that I showed you from last week. You know, the one that nearly set
the
the kitchen
bagel
on fire.
that went sideways. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And Pat asks, what about black pudding? Black pudding's a thing. Is that English?
I don't eat pudding. I don't eat pudding.
Well, black pudding's actually sausage. It's blood sausage.
It's sausage? Oh.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's black because it's made with blood. So as you cook it, the blood cooks and goes black.
Oh, that's what it is. It's
Nice.
with black pudding is perfect with English breakfast. Yeah, and I don't. I have eaten a full English, but not all of it, because I think tomatoes should not be hot ever.
Okay.
But I will eat mushrooms, the beans, the eggs, the bacon, the toast. I'll eat everything else.
So usually it's the beans where Americans fall down, because apparently you guys don't like baked beans.
Yeah, I'm not a bean fan.
Well, I like them. I don't know. Yeah, they have to be Heinz beans for sure. They have to be, and I can get them here. So If I ever get Purple over to the States, she's making me a full English. I'll eat the hot tomatoes just for her.
And here we like to kill tomatoes.
Yes.
Tomatoes.
And that is our segue.
Let's say
to your tomato series.
Won't be any tomatoes on my English breakfast, but I will send them to Rookie.
Exactly. I'll take care of them.
Talk to us about the tomatoes, babe.
Oh yeah. So for anybody that's been around, I'm sure that a lot of your audience knows about my tomato stuff. They seem to love it more than anything.
It's amazing.
So it all started with Captain Marvel, oddly. So when that was coming out, there was a lot of weird stuff going on with the Rotten Tomatoes website. And they're like hiding some of the want to see scores and thinking that it's all these negative bots, even though they had a lot of positive bots on the ratings, which is kind of weird. And just all this stuff going weird with it. And all the YouTubers were making videos about Rotten Tomatoes at the time for a while. And I was like, has nobody ever, made like a video with tomatoes of some kind? And I'm looking online, and even ones of tomatoes being squished are only ones that are, pretty vague. They're like, oh, they're stomping on them a little bit in a bucket or something. And I'm like, that's pretty weak. Pretty weak. So I'm like, I think I could make something. I think I can make something better with that. So I bought a bunch of tomatoes, and I was like, I'll try stop motion tomatoes. Why not? And I'll see what happens. And made it. I was like, okay, so they worship Brie Larson, obviously. They worship Captain Marvel. That's the movie that broke Rotten Tomatoes, it seems.
Yeah.
And okay, they'll just do that, and that'll be part of their thing. And they hate the fandom menace because they keep on making all the videos about them. So that was the whole idea. Was just these tomatoes worship her, and they hate the fandom menace. That was the first start of the whole ideas from the tomatoes. And they're like, the Captain Marvel is the beautiful goddess Brie Larson, and these evil YouTubers hate her and slander her. No, can't do this, no. And then they all end up getting squished. They all end up getting killed and slaughtered in different ways, where I stomp on them, or I stab them, or I throw them, or I bowl with them or something. I drown them, and give them little voices to have with it. And then in the future, I started doing a little more with them. I started to branch out of it just being about the Captain Marvel, Brie Larson stuff, and that's a part of the lore with them now. But now they're on their own little stories. So at some point I made it to where they're going to try to strike back against the humans, and they're like gathering their forces. They're tired of being mistreated and everything, and they end up failing. They gather up all this hype, and then they all get slaughtered still. And then later I do like a Game of Thrones parody where I called it Game of Tomatoes, and have them discover these little innocent group of tomatoes discovers these dead bodies, and like, oh no, and just like in Game of Thrones, and it's instead of the White Walkers, it's the Skywalkers, and I had a bunch of little Luke and Anakin action figures, says the Skywalkers, and they come back as like zombies real quick and kill a few of them. They don't play much into the whole story, just like with Game of Thrones, and they get disposed of easily. And then they go on a little tomato adventure. And then after that, I started the Tomato Wars, which was my current one that I'm doing now.
Yes.
It's taken a long time to do it, though it's all filmed and I have all the voices for it. It just takes a while. It just takes a long time to edit. And I feel like I don't want to put all my energy into the editing because I want to work on the Jeffpocalypse thing, but I got to get it done. It's been forever. Y'all have been teased about it for the longest time. I released the first episode a couple weeks ago, so I released the second one recently, and there's 6 episodes in it.
Just yesterday, you released the second one. No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Do you guys want a little sneak peek?
Yeah, give us a sneak peek, boss. I'd love to see it. A little sneak.
Should I show sneak peek of episode 1 or episode 2?
Oh, we could sneak peek either one. It doesn't matter. Flip a coin.
Okay. So now you guys only go on for about an hour-ish. I don't want to...
Yeah, we've got another 10 minutes.
Okay. So people might like the Star Wars parody of it first. I'll show that. I'll show that whole first little battle. Okay. Stupid ad's playing first, then I'll share the screen.
Okay.
All right. It's like on my own channel, when I click on stuff, it still shows ads. All right. Share the audio.
You have some great people doing voices, though, don't you? Was it fun to get them back?
Yes.
For the next one?
Yes, and it's funny for some of them, like where the princess character is voiced by somebody older, and then the Darth Vader Captain Karen character is voiced by somebody younger. It's just a funny dynamic with that. All right.
Here we go.
Let me know if it's too loud. I turned the volume down a bit though, because it's a little loud here. So this is the Tomato Wars episode 1.
Sounds okay so far.
Okay, this part it gets a little loud though, I think.
I love it.
Yeah, these were the only ships that I own, so that's what I used.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and this is a little Cloud City ship that was never in the films.
Is that Cloud City?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was never in the films, but it was meant to be. But then they put it in like a comic or something later. So, yeah.
Listen up, squad. The Larson Empire has decided to board our ship. They're after Princess Camilla. We are the last line of defense between them and her. Now, protect her at all costs. Is that clear? Hoorah!
And there's no copyright music, so don't worry.
I was gonna say it's not copyrighted,
You're good.
right?
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
I think we have a chance. We can win.
You really think so?
Yeah, I'm sure that if we try our best and shoot our weapons in the direction of the enemy, well, by golly, we just might be able to.
We have an ad again, really?
Just celebrated art career.
Yep.
Come on,
Achieved
we don't
the
need to
stuff.
know this stuff.
Happy career.
There we go.
Pull off a.
Oh no. This took forever to edit.
I bet
The
with all
sequence-
those shots.
This was the toughest thing to ever edit. It was insane. I'll explain that in a sec.
Okay.
Yes. Jim the Viking says, what software do you use to edit?
Oh, what software do I use for it?
Yeah.
I use Movavi Editor.
Movavi Editor.
Movavi Editor. Yep.
Okay.
Nice, simple little one. What's funny? So with the green screen, you can already tell here. This was supposed to be a green part of a tomato of the shield, and it's taken out. I didn't account for a lot of stuff when I filmed this. I learned a lot now, and I'll explain again in a sec when this is over. Yeah. So, that was the Wilhelm scream, by the way.
I was gonna say.
But I high pitched it.
I
Yeah,
love how
I
well those shields turned out as well, because I remember you talking about them, trying to figure out how to make them. They look fantastic.
They came out great.
Thank you. Yeah, I painted I colored the flags, a bunch of little flags on all of them. I painted the little tripods that come in like a round table pizza, painted all those to be their shields. And I learned that I need to, instead of breaking off 2 legs, I should just break off 1 leg, because when I have just one thingy in there, they end up just kind of blopping down with them. I mean, this is an old Power Ranger toy gun and Star Wars guns that they have right there. You can see on some of them there's already holes in them from previous usage.
I was gonna. Well, it's not that bad though. If you hadn't pointed it out, I never would have noticed. It's just hull damage.
A couple of the tomatoes had the green stems, but on the green screen it just gets invisible. So I didn't know that when I was filming it. And the green screen. So with a video on a green screen, you can just select it and chroma key out the green screen. But with images, so you can do the same thing, but you can't select more than one image and then chroma key out the green screen. So with stop motion, one of the things why it's annoying to edit is because I had like over 1,000 pictures here, and I had to edit out the green screen on every single one, which was like which was like a 3-button process to do on each one. So click the image, select the editing thing, chroma key out. It's like the next image, chroma key out, and it's like
Oh
the
my
whole
god.
time. So
Ha.
yeah, so that was insane. Yeah, and I mean, I can show you guys another sneak peek of the next one if you want, but that's up to
Sure,
you. That's
we
up
have
to
a
you
couple
guys.
minutes.
Up to
We have
you
a couple
guys.
minutes, sure.
All right.
Toss one in there. Ha! Toss tomatoes. Ha!
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
Found it easier as you've gone along? You found like tricks to do it?
Yes. Now I believe I can make it without any hassle. But when I was when I did the Tomato Wars, like when I was filming all this stuff, I learned stuff pretty much after it. Like now I know now I know the average amount of time for each for the amount of images to be in 1 second. So now I can know when I'm filming, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is about 1 second of time. So whatever dialogue they're speaking, however long that takes to say, I could do about these many pictures, and it should be more accurate to the amount that will fit in the audio. And I didn't know that before, and so I'd take a random amount of pictures of the thing without really knowing how much it's going to be. But now I know more how to do that, so that'll make the editing process easier and the filming process easier in the future. But some things are annoying to edit with it, and this first scene will show you what I mean with stop motion, because I have to, move every little thing a little bit, and then get out of the frame, and then take a picture, and then do it again and again and again. And this will kind of explain why. Let's see here. Okay.
I remember this one.
So with every single picture, I have to bend down and then move them a little bit, and then get out of the frame, take a picture, and then bend down and then move out. And it's a lot of squatting, kind of like my thighs.
Yeah.
And calves are getting a workout from this. I'm like, But yeah, I had Mongo's Big Thanks voice Godzilla, so he's going scroll, and I pitched it and made it a little different. We got Tom Connors as the white mustache guy
Tom,
here.
Yeah.
We got Teresa Martin as the Princess Tamela here, and my mom bedazzled a lid and a little necklace around it, and and we got Miss Sarcastic Nerd as Captain Karen with the cape and everything, and
Oh my god.
Etep voices the guy with the stem over here, Tamarian. Yeah, it's an insane little scene right here.
That's awesome. You did such a great job on that.
Man. That is Thank you.
Big, massive. It sounds quite hungry.
Oh my goodness. What can we do against it?
I might have an idea.
You? Yeah, right. I bet it would run away with its tail between its legs if I gave it a piece of my mind.
And then footstep noises.
What?
Yeah.
What is she doing? She's gonna get her ass kicked.
Kajira.
Hey, you, get over here right now. Your brutish behavior is unacceptable. What would your mother say? Is she around? No. Well, what about your manager? I'm sure he...
You get the gist.
Oh my god, Rookie. Those are so amazing.
Thanks.
Did you find it a lot harder filming outside as well?
Yes, that was actually part of what made this take so long. Was I was on a roll. But then we had all these high winds over here, and it was like, I couldn't really have the camera and do everything. All the shadows would be very different spots every time I take a picture, so I had to just not film for a while. And then right after that, all the California fires, their smoke was coming all the way up. Their smoke was coming all the way up here. It was like a good 2 weeks where it was bad air quality, so I couldn't really film outside. And then after a while, I was like, I don't want to film anything out there for a while, So it took me a while to get back into, okay, got to get all this stuff done and film and go outside. And I had to set up, a little mat and some elbow pads because I have to be on the ground for a bit and be in different positions. And yeah, after a while, it's kind of annoying you're on such a hard surface and you got to be on the ground and move the little things and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, why don't you just do it all on the green screen? Shut up. No, it's not authentic enough. You got to go outside and do it on the patio, of course.
You've done a great job. These tomato clips they're just incredible. I love them. I will sing them to the highest of angels. They are just so great. I get the biggest kick out of them. They're great, honey.
So
Thank you.
I love to see it, especially because, like you say, one, you've got a big cast and people come back and they just love taking part, and two, it's amazing to see how inventive you can be.
Thank you. Yeah, it's tough to do it because everybody goes, "Oh, why don't you add some arms, legs, or eyes or something?" I'm like, no, they're tomatoes.
They're tomatoes.
You give them a face. The goal is to try to make them give them personality as best you can with just their voice and what they're doing. So if I can make enough sense of what's going on here, that's why I have them move every time they talk now. That didn't used to be a thing. Now I'm okay. They have to move when they talk a little bit and try to make a little bit of sense. Try to give them unique features that, little mustaches or little headpieces or little guns or whatever to make the characters stand out a little bit. So they're not all the same necessarily, and trying to make that evolve. On my next one, I can't wait to get done with this one because I do have more tomato ideas. I will have more paint jobs in mind. I want to make a little tomato city. I want to make it feel authentic enough. Like I'm gonna get some wood, gonna actually try to make something a little bit. See if I can make a little tiny tomato tavern or something. Like,
oh my god,
tiny tomato tavern! I love it. I love everything about that.
yes. And now I know the difference between the tomatoes now. I didn't know why some were bigger and some were smaller when I'd buy them, but now I know there's hothouse tomatoes and there's like the regular tomatoes, the vines, or whatever. So
I was going to ask how many tomatoes do you actually go through for filming?
I think there was a couple of people asking that in the chat too.
Okay, so for this one specifically, it took a lot more because of like I said, with the weather and the smoke and everything. And when you use tomatoes, when you puncture a hole in them, they start to go bad faster. And tomatoes go bad in general after a while. So, you end up going through enough. I think I used around 200 in this one. I had to go through 200. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I did get a funny look at the register one time. This lady, I think she saw me come in and buy them before. It was with my other groceries, and then the other time was buy just the tomatoes. She's like,
what are you doing?
Weird.
Gonna can those?
Yeah, you eating all that? What are you doing all these? Like, I was like,
long story.
Throwing them at buildings? What are you doing? No, just stop motion, of course, with tomatoes, naturally, like you do.
Using them to make a film. Why'd you ask?
Exactly.
Mark the Infinitely Tired recommends balsa wood. It's easier to work with, Rook.
Thanks, brother. I will see what I can do. If I can find something already pre-made that I can shape a little bit, I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
But if otherwise, I'll try to build something myself. I'll try to take like a birdhouse and cut out a tomato-sized hole or something. I don't know.
There you go.
We'll see if I can take the roof
outside
off.
the box.
Yeah, if I can take the roof off and just cut a hole out there, then that's perfect enough for me.
Yeah, you're known for your ability to improvise. So,
Hey, what's funny? Okay, James Andrew Morrison in the chat says Lord of the Rings tomato. What does he say? Tomato bombadil or bombadil. I don't know. The one with the black mustache is called Tombadil, and I named that after the Bombadil character. So I don't know how you got that, but that was what I was going for.
That's brilliant. James Andrew, good job.
Yeah, I called him Tombadil, but I don't think I listed that in anything except for the credits, maybe. So if you saw the credits, then he knows. But that was, Tom Bombadil. And he's just supposed to sound like a fat character. I'm quite hungry. I'm trying to eat here. What are you doing? That's
For the Hulk, you could use a huge beefsteak tomato. Yeah, those babies are huge.
Yeah, I've not heard of those. I haven't seen those around my stores, so I'll have to look that up and see.
They're probably harder to get up by you because they don't ship very well. The beefsteaks are usually something you have to home grow or come from or something like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're good.
And Ryzen, virtual hug to you, NB Geek. Virtual hug.
I'll
Oh
give
my
you a
gosh.
hug.
Oh,
Anytime. Or is it Kronos says bomb Tomadil?
Yeah. No, it's just Tom Badil, but yeah, I get you.
It's close enough.
Yeah, there's a Tominator character that's the Terminator, but a tomato, painted silver, and has a Boba Fett rocket on there, a Boba Fett toy rocket on there.
Oh my god!
I painted some tomatoes blue. There's like a pumpkin Godzilla type of Rancor one
Nice.
later. Yeah, so I'm trying to get these added. There's Chevron cars and apples that make appearances, Star Wars action figures that they come. So this is kind of like a Star Wars parody with a Lord of the Rings adventure to it, with other random references here and there. And
Good, because I've never seen Lord of the Rings. So
yes, it's like it's the Fellowship of Tomatoes.
The Fellowship of Tomatoes.
And
Okay.
this little group of tomatoes goes on this journey, but they get kind of picked off here and there. And they fight Godzilla and Pokemon in that one that you just saw. So
Oh my god!
their ending battle is against Charizard, Snorlax, and Pikachu.
Oh god!
So
Oh, this is gonna be good. I
will
can't
play.
wait to watch this later.
I couldn't find any Snorlax sounds on the internet where he's like, Snorlax. So I had to make the sounds myself. I was like, how can I sound like Snorlax? And he's kind of rough a little bit. Snorlax, snore. And I low pitched it a little bit and made that the Snorlax voice.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, it is past the top of the hour, guys. It is time for us to go. Unfortunately, as much fun as we were having. Oh my god. Thank you so much for popping by, Rookie Critic, and talking to us about all this fabulous stuff that you're up to. Anything you got going on this weekend or coming up soon?
I am trying to watch more movies now. So The Room was one. I'm gonna watch Sunshine coming up soon, as well as the Rocky movies. I haven't seen any of them in their entirety yet, so I'll be starting to watch movies I haven't seen before, and starting to do little live streams, either watch parties or after I watch them, I might just do a little stream talking about them. I'm working on actual videos still, but they're gonna take a little while to get out. But I'm gonna try to get out some quicker videos too here and there, just to get people to know I'm still around now. I'm back.
Alive,
I've returned, and I am making content, and I'm working on the tomato episode 3. I'm hoping to get that one out by sometime next week. I'm hoping for. I'm going to be working on Jeff Apocalypse, that whole skit project all year, which is more like a movie project now. I'm not really calling it a skit project anymore because
it's a movie project.
I'm trying to make this my best work ever. And same with the next tomato project, man. I have so many ideas with that now. And it's like, I want that to be, I might start releasing those ones when I start filming them into 2-minute bursts, like, so that people can see them a little more often and have it be more of a longer feeling series. The Tomato Wars is about 40 minutes, I think, in its entirety, around there.
Wow. Holy crap, honey.
Yeah, but
Motion.
some of it I wish I cut down a bit, though, or did something else with now. But that's because I know how to do it better now. So.
Yeah. Well, it's experience. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And you guys will be joining me soon on the 11th.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mostly
Yes.
purple. I'll be a little late, but
That's
I'll
fine.
get there.
That's cool. That's cool. Exactly.
That's fine. But that'll be next week, guys. And we'll be on Rookie Critic's channel next week on the 11th. Time to be determined. We will let you know. Like I said, I will probably be a couple minutes late because reasons. But I will be there. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you on Sunday afternoon at 2 to do WandaVision. Don't miss that. And then we'll be back on Monday at 10 a.m. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Rookie, mwah, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, love.
We will see you guys Sunday.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for everyone who joined this morning. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for becoming members. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.